Are we able to get music? Good morning for that like opening.
We
Can you
should.
just play music right there? That would be sick. This
Yeah, you
should
should
do.
be able to do that. You should be able to, but I don't
It should.
know. I can't see all the options in Streamlabs.
Hmm.
I know they have some like default. I know one of them, it might be Streamlabs. They have like AI music. You could
Ooh.
probably play it. So,
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the hell you are in the universe. What's up? Happy Friday. It's TGIF Tech Commute Friday wins and struggle bus with myself and my wonderful co-host over there, Ellie. There she is. Are you on the?
hello.
Am I pointing to you? The right? Is this the
Yeah.
right way? Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Cool. Cool. I never know depending on the orientation. What a crazy week. Crazy week. First official like public week on the job. Last week was more or less onboarding. Just a lot of like team stuff. This week has been hectic. Today was very busy. Um I think it's just going to get busier, but I look forward to getting into all of it. We're going to go over Hacktoberfest. We're going to pull up the repository. We've got a lot of people getting active. Let's pull. Oh, I did
Yeah,
get
we
the
got
hollow.
Richard here already.
There he is.
Richard's contributing some stuff.
Richard.
I saw his quotes there. We got Ryan has a lot of issues open.
He has a lot of issues, open issues in Git.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. See, yes, there's Richard. Um, everybody is battling. I don't want to say battling because you can all have one. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm sharing it. Hold on,
They're
here it
battling
comes.
for issues. Someone
Battling for
wants an issue
issues.
from us. I saw. Where did it go? Somebody wants us to assign them.
There it
I
is
lost it.
for the wonderful Tech Commute
Amazing.
badge. God, it looks great. Jacob did an awesome job. I love it. Um, and I'm talking to the founder of HoloPin later this afternoon. I don't really know about what. We're just going to kind of shoot the shit, I guess. She's very nice. When I complained about it, she was actually the one that reached out and was like, "Hey, what's going on and what can we do to help?" I thought that was cool. Um, and we got it all figured out. It was some sort of a bug within their system, but they were able to get it all fixed. So hopefully it helps somebody else in the long term. But
Yeah.
anyway, tell us about your week this week. How you doing?
I am good. I'm getting used to things, changes. Um, this week I have a new colleague. He's a senior developer advocate and he's focused on like the student community stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we share a love for swag. So I'm very excited. Very excited because now I have someone on my side with the swag. So we're gonna make some cool new swag that it maybe we both want it to have cats on it, but like I don't know about we're gonna see if that's possible or not. But that would be really cool if it did. If we had pieces cat swag. I don't know. That's our dream.
Make it happen.
Yeah, other than that, I don't know. I'm sleeping better, so that's a win. I actually haven't had coffee for like the last week, I guess,
Okay.
because I don't know, over the weekend I don't know if this happens to you, like I'm just like started rejecting coffee. Like I couldn't even finish it.
Really?
Um yeah, and then I still was like, okay, whatever, like I'll just stop drinking it. And I started sleeping way better. So I'm like, okay, I
Oh,
guess I just have to not drink coffee for a while. So I'm on the green tea life over here. Yeah.
okay. Well, I mean, to each their own. I will never quit coffee. I don't care.
I will
But
go
I
back to
could,
coffee eventually,
yeah,
probably.
I could see, especially for you, how that could, affect ADHD and anxiety, like anxiety and your serotonin levels and just like not being able to sleep. Um,
Right. Yeah, I
uh,
think it helps me, be productive and concentrate and stuff.
mhm.
But if I'm already like high strung because of, other reasons. And then I, drink
Yeah.
coffee on top of that. I think it really starts affecting my sleep. So I'll probably get back on the coffee life eventually. I don't know if I'll
Mhm.
ever get to the hot water life, Richard. I don't know if I'm going to go to
No, what?
the hot water. he,
Who does that?
he
Is that
does that.
Richard? You just drink hot water?
That's
Come
all
on,
he
man.
does. Like if you see his like tumbler, all that's in there is hot water.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
he's a
man,
hot
that's
water
weird.
drinker.
I will say that was a trick we used to have on set. We would have just, the cheap little foam coffee cups with hot water in them. They were basically hand warmers. Like we would, people would carry them around, just hot water, to keep their hands warm when the set was cold. I would never
Oh.
drink it though. Yeah, that's weird. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better this week. I know last week, or actually I think it was earlier this week, we were kind of reflecting on last week for you. And I mean, I think I at least speak for myself, but I'm sure other people noticed you were definitely a little run down.
Yes, I'm feeling better now, so that's good. And I also
Good.
think, having a new colleague will help too. He's going to be doing some cool stuff, so I think,
Good.
everything's going to be chill. So we'll
Awesome.
see.
Yeah, I was finally able to finish one-on-ones with everybody that's on my team.
Ooh.
Um, and yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So for anybody that is here that isn't aware, I started a new job as a community evangelist, which is just a different name for a developer advocate. For torque.dev, we this is the weird part, is because no one can really define the company because we don't want to be seen as recruiters. Like it's not a recruiting company. We have clients who have roles, and what our company does is we assess everybody so that we can cut the hiring process down. So when you sign up for the platform, you can actually take an assessment, and that will sort of place you into different categories and then fit you to applicable roles, so we can minimize the hiring process time for that company and you. So something that could take like 2 to 3 months of like 5 or 6 stages of interviews can be cut down to like 3 to 4 weeks or less, and only a couple interviews, because we've already filled a lot of that process out for them. So what I am tasked with doing is talking about what we do and getting more people into the platform and getting people hired. I mean, honestly, my goal is to just help people get jobs. Like we have a ton of jobs that are up and like available now, but also coming up in Latin America, India, just everywhere. So if anybody is interested, obviously I have a link in my Twitter, but it's also just getting familiar with the systems, and everything's changing too. Now that this new team is put into place, we're kind of revamping everything. So it's like everybody's learning new stuff, and it's been very hectic this week. And I also worked both of my other jobs still. So this last 2 weeks, I've been literally working 3 jobs, just like bam, 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 bam. And
That's a
I'm
lot.
exhausted. And yesterday I decided to do the brakes in my Jeep because I'm cheap. So I tried to do all the brakes by myself. It was super hard. I'm really tired today. Like my whole body hurts. But it's done. So I'm looking forward to next week, because I'll only be working this job now. So this was my last week of all the jobs, because I had to get through the pay period where I'm bi-weekly, and where I came in, we were like offset that 1 week. It was the middle of a pay period. So I had this long duration of time. Oh, Roxy's here. Mike's here. Good to see everybody. Krishna. Hello. Happy Friday. Oh, back from the ads. Nice. Yeah, and that's another thing too. I'm talking to Leon, because obviously it came from Hunted Devs. They're in Hunttober. We want to put something together for more like networking sessions. I've had a lot of people reaching out through the Discord for Hunted Devs for help with that type of stuff. Like ask questions. I think that's the best way to improve, right? I mean, Ellie, when you were searching, you asked a lot of people for feedback, and you got a lot of feedback on how to do it and what to say. I mean, I remember our conversation at Render, because you went and talked to Kelly about how to approach something. which again is so huge to be able to have a network of people around you to answer these questions and help you. So, you know, again, that's what we're trying to do for everybody. Yeah.
What kind of networking sort of community group were you thinking about? Were you thinking about setting something up, or already in
we're
other
thinking
community?
we're thinking of doing like just another stage in the 100 Devs Discord, where people can ask questions and we'll just like do a Q&A type thing to help people.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I think it would be really good. These Hunttober spaces have been huge too. So again, if people are coming out of it and getting roles or getting closer to a role, then that's going to be awesome. I think my goal is to be able to, you know, now that I have something, is give back and help everybody else, right? Like that's paying it forward. So
Yeah, I guess the thing that would kind of increase the chances of somebody getting a job from one of these, you know, chats or communities is if if that space was also existing in a area where like other people would view it that already are in like, you know, power positions. Maybe they're like hiring managers or they work, you know, as team leads, and they're also viewing this. Or maybe if people were like presenting their work or presenting something that they're proud of, and then those people could see it somehow. I feel like maybe those people already exist in 100 Devs too, because they're like alumni, but I don't know if they go to the those conversations, you know, because they already have jobs.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we have some, you know, Leah's there a lot. Some of the stream team who already are working or have other stuff going on do come back. A lot of alumni do come back. I think that's one of the cool things about 100 Devs too, is like that community is so connected, and they do come back and they do host sessions and they're in the Discord to talk to, which is really what's cool about that community in general. And again, just kind of connecting the platforms, because now it's like I have all these roles that are on our platform. I'm like, hey, if anybody's interested, like come and talk to me. I'll help you. I'll work through the assessment, like get you pointed in the right directions if something interests you. I'm not in a position where it's like sales or I don't get commission. It's literally just helping people to do it. So yeah, it's been a crazy week. And I mean, we're still defining it. I have like a bunch of content that I'm going to have to create around it. A lot of them, right? Yeah. Roxy has an issue with the way that I spell a lot. And I'll tell you why. One, I don't care. And two, I don't necessarily, my phone auto corrects it. So I must have misspelled it at one point and just let it ride. And I don't care to fix it. That's why. Yes. She has a problem with it because it's wrong.
But I also have a question about, so I know that, you know, Taylor and Gun.io, like when I try to apply, it sounds like a similar sort of concept, maybe not, but like when I try to apply, I remember him telling me like, oh, you know, basically they don't let juniors in there. I'm wondering, like, does Torque let juniors?
That is a fantastic question, and the short answer is yes.
Okay, cool. It would be cool if on a stream you like showed us how you can actually put your info in there and like apply.
No, I mean, you know what? We should do that next Friday. Totally.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to think of content. I'm going to try to record a video this weekend of just like what is Torque, like a what is Torque video.
Yeah.
That anybody can. And I think that that's the one distinction between like a service like this or a platform like this and a Gun. Gun is looking specifically and only will let in seniors with X amount of experience. This is open to everybody.
Right.
I've already had multiple people from 100 Devs and other like servers signing up. You can definitely sign up. I'm signed up, and you just put it all in. You put your experience in. And another cool thing that we have, and I feel like this is just a big ad at this point, but it's I'm excited.
I think it's okay. People don't really know about it. I think this is the first stream that you're actually talking about it. So
yeah. No, and that's true. We have a service called Code Alike, which, if anybody's familiar with Waka Time, it gives you analytics through your IDE on your the time spent actually coding and all that stuff. But Code Alike takes it a step further and gives you like further analyzation of what you're doing, so you can get like real stats to how much work you're putting into this. What I'm trying to think of what else, but that ties into our platform as a learning module so that it can track your progress towards certain like things that you're trying to learn. And then we also have awards
That's
for
cool.
it. So they like kind of gamified it that you
Oh,
can
so it's not
get.
really just like a job search thing. It's also, tracking your learning and stuff.
Yeah, this is a separate.
Okay.
We
That's
Torque bought that platform, so it has an
oh,
extension that can you put into VS Code or whatever you're using, JetBrains. It works with Cursor as well. I just installed it this morning, and it can tell you from the second you start typing a line of code, it starts to track what you're doing in there, so you can have a breakdown of how you're using your time.
that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. How long has Torque been around? I think they've been around since 2019. The guy that started its name's Dave Messenger. He's a really great dude, but this May of 2024, they got bought by Randstad, something like that. They're an international staffing company, millions of users worldwide. So we are a subsidiary of that. They're our parent company now. So we have that as a backup to what we're doing as well. But I digress. That's been my week. We're trying to put all of that together, and it's been kind of crazy. So I will also be doing some traveling because we'll be doing a lot of conferences for
That's
this.
awesome.
Yeah, it appears I might be in Mexico in a couple weeks. So
What? That's so cool.
yeah, for JS Conf, that is down in Guadalajara.
Do you
So
speak Spanish?
not a lick,
Okay.
which I'm sure Roxy's going
For
to
some
make fun
reason,
of me
I
about
thought
too.
you did. For
Well,
some
I mean, I
reason.
should. It would be the right thing to do as a half Puerto Rican person.
Okay.
Would be to know the language.
Right.
But my dad came here when he was young, and where they moved, there wasn't a lot of that. So he sort of grew out of knowing it. And then we never learned because I've always been here. I know. Yeah. El Baño is bathroom. See. Hey, what's up, dude?
Got you this.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Why don't you say hi to everybody?
Hey,
Say happy Friday.
happy Friday.
All right. See you, bud. Yes. So, we're going to go around, we're building community around the platform. That's my job. So
That's awesome. One
Yeah.
one last question about it that I just thought
Yeah.
of was, so when people like submit their profiles or their information, does it hold that information, even maybe after they get a job through the platform? And then, in
Oh,
the
yeah.
future, if you
Yep.
feel like, oh, this person is a good match, you would contact them even if they had a job? Or how does
Yeah,
that work?
it's basically a social platform. So you can go in, you create your profile, you add your skills, you do this or that, you're in there. So then you
Oh,
can
okay.
always come back in, and if you're interested in a role, you click you're interested in it. And then what that does is that'll ping us to then analyze your assessment, see if we can pass you on. You know what I mean?
That's
So
cool.
again, we just cut that kind of initial interview part out and move it forward. So
I think
great.
Nate Codes is rating us.
Hey-o.
Can we
Nate.
have to get like some confetti,
I know.
some sounds. I don't know how
What-
to do that. I don't have all the options over here.
What is Nate doing, by the way? Maybe he should come and hang out with us. We could bring him in.
Yeah. Yeah, Nate, you want to join? Is Nate
Yeah.
even here? Or
I
did he
don't
send
know.
all his viewers?
Billy Go-To's here. There he is. Nate, do you wanna hop on with us, buddy? I can send you a link. I'm sending it to you. To your Twitter. I'll send it to your
Forcing him to join.
Twitter. He doesn't have to. He knows he doesn't have to if he's gotta go potty or something. Who says potty as an adult to another
I don't
adult?
know. You do.
Apparently I
but
do.
But yeah,
Okay.
it also to the chat, if anyone has any wins and struggles, we want to hear them. This is what this whole stream is about. So you can feel free to share them at
Yeah.
any time.
Yeah. Why am I not seeing any yet? Yeah.
I don't
Nate,
see any, except for Richard in the beginning said he's weirdness incarnate. I don't know if that's a win.
I don't
or
know
a
if that's a
struggle.
win. That could be both. I think that's both.
I think
Nate,
it's
text
both.
me later if you're still here, by the way. Yeah, everybody, drop them in there. I want to hear everybody's wins, everybody's struggles this week. It's been a hectic but really, really awesome week. And what are we sharing? Anything. What'd you do?
Anything.
What'd you do that's positive this week, Mike? Or that you struggled with this week? I think we should pull up. You had it up. Do you want to share your screen, the repository? We can start looking at some of the issues in there. And again, get some feedback. I know that we did merge one PR that updated the site, which now shows you as a host. So if you click the link to the site, you're there. That's cool. Hey, look at that. Love it. You know what? This could be an easy one if you want to put this ticket in right now. Like, we need to fix that README so that it's got an updated screenshot of the page. Simple. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess we could just do that right now, but...
Do it. Then wait, does that count as a contribution for you, though? Yes, it would. Here.
Does that count?
It does.
I think I can actually just edit it right here,
Yeah, but you might as well get the PR for it. Just give me 1 sec. I'll make the ticket for it because I don't think if you make your own ticket, then it would.
Okay. Count. Okay. So make the ticket and I'll do that later. Okay. You can assign me. I'll add the screenshot.
Tight.
But I did get a notification from something. Hold on. Let me see this one. So we have someone here. Anush wants us to assign this issue to him. To change the background color. I don't know if this thing here is just a div with some CSS, or is this actually like a PNG or something, the orange?
I would have to look at the code because I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, it looks, I think does that come through, we use MailChimp for the thing. So I don't know if that card came through CSS from like their link. Cause you know how sometimes there's like that, you can add CSS styling to some sort of a link from another site. God, I can't talk right now. Sorry, my dog's barking.
That's okay. Right, so should we just assign him and see what happens?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead and assign it for sure. I'm gonna mute this. Hold on.
I don't know so if we assign someone here, oh, you're already a participant over here. Well, I don't know. Since Ryan created this issue, do you think he wants to review it, or do we have to review every issue, me and you?
I think only maintainers review, but Timo's also, and Mika can also check that stuff.
Okay, so I think he got notified. I don't need to say anything, right? That's probably
is he assigned?
Yeah, I assigned him, so probably notified him. Oh, here I'll react here. Oh, yeah. Richard did have a win. Okay, wait. People are already sharing wins and struggles.
Good.
I think the first one, let me see. I think the first one is...
I think Triv had something. Yeah.
He continued more 100 devs material and went through classes 5 through 8 in one night. Isn't that a lot? Isn't that
is a ton? Holy
Every
shit.
class is like 3 hours, right? The video?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Oh my God.
Did you watch it like 3 times speed?
Yeah, I was going to say you got to be definitely watching that at 1.5 minimum.
We've got Nate. He said, my win is shipping the initial draft of a new doc site for nats.io, which I'm about to hop in a Zoom meeting and demo. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the stream, Jason and Ellie.
Thanks, Nate.
Very cool. New docs. I bet Richard loves that.
All right, I put that issue in for you and assigned you to it. Another one, I hit 333 pounds during COVID since April. I've been down to 2. Nice. Dude, that's a huge loss, 100 pounds. That's massive, significant loss. It's great for your health too, man. Nice job. So you went all the way through class 8, so you're on 9 now? That's pretty... Dude, that's intense. That is intense. Richard, how did the stream go? I'm curious. I know you say it's nerve-wracking, but give us a little more. Everything went well. What do you think of the new team? I was just messaging with Shashi this morning about that too. Gridiron Survivor, which I was a member of, has lost a couple members because
did they get jobs?
Yes, well, me.
That's good.
And I wish the other person was here. I know he said it in the chat in Let's Get Technical Discord, but
who's the other person? Is it a secret?
I mean, it's not, but I'd feel bad if I'm like outing him since he hasn't said anything yet.
Okay, well,
you know what I mean?
Now I have to go look for it.
I mean, I don't know where
I'm in all the Discords. I think I'm in that one.
True.
I just never talk. So
yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you. It was Chris.
Oh, yeah. Chris Nowicki.
Chris Nowicki got signed his offer letter this week.
Oh my God. What job is it? What kind of job is it?
I will not say in the stream.
Is it in here?
No.
Is it in the Let's Get Technical?
No.
Oh, I can't find it. Then too bad.
I'm sending you a message.
Oh, are you telling me secrets now?
Yes. I just can't. Like I said, I can't out him. I can't out him publicly. He has Roxy. Wow. He has been quiet, but he's also traveling for his the job he's leaving. He starts. I think he said his start date's November, so he's got some time.
It's a really cool job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I'm very excited for him, and I can't wait for him to tell everybody.
Right. That is just so awesome. I can imagine him doing really well in that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's going to do great. He's going to crush it. Roxy, calm down. I'll tell you later. Yeah. So Roxy, we need some wins or struggles from you this week. Oh, also got this sick hat. Love this hat. Holy shit. This is like one of the most comfortable hats I've put on. It's super soft because of the fleece. Fleece? Is this fleece? Yeah. And it's deep because I have a pretty big head. So it's nice. This goes like all the way down. Yeah.
At least your head, I mean, I never noticed it was big. I feel like it's proportionate. So
well, that's what I mean. I'm just a big person. I don't mean I have a big head in ratio, like proportion to my body. I have a pretty normal size head, but I'm just big. That's all. So this one like goes deep. Like it actually hurts my ears if it's all the way down. It's like pushing my ears down. So that's rare.
But also, I'm proud of Richard for his win. He hosted the Gridiron Survivor. I wasn't there when it was live, but I watched it on the replay. And yeah, he did a good job. So nice. I think, that's scary trying to take over the role of like Shashi, I guess. He's normally doing that, right? So I think, you could definitely feel some pressure with that. And I mentioned it to Richard that like I was talking to you about how I'm going to All Things Open and I'm sort of like replacing Rosie. And so I'm like feeling pressure about that. But then I was like, but Jason said, you don't have to like be that person, right? You be yourself. I don't know exactly what you
Exactly.
said, but I said something like that. You can say it again if you want.
I do not remember the exact words. However, I think you got the gist of it. It was like you should never try to emulate or replicate someone. You be yourself doing it. You know, like you're not Rosie, so don't try to be. Just be Ellie. You've got your own thing that people love. So that's
I'll
what you
try.
need to be. You will.
But
You'll be
yeah,
fine.
so I told Richard the same thing, because I think you'll be more stressed if you try to be like somebody else, and that you think that person is like really good at what they do, right? So you're trying to like
Yeah.
act, in a certain
Yeah,
way to
of
match
course.
that. But I
Mhm.
think you could be the best you, and that's also really cool, and it brings its own
Exactly.
vibe. Yeah.
I think that there was a kid's book somewhere that had a quote about that, like, be the best you because it's the only one of you. I don't remember. I'm paraphrasing terribly, but the point is what we just talked about. Like, I have tons of people that I look up to for inspiration, but I'll only ever be a muse to what I'm doing myself. So it's like you really like what Rosie does and respect how she approaches things. You're not trying to replace or be her. You're doing your thing your way to fill that role, and you're going to be great.
Right.
Yeah, there's like 5 million children's books. Thank you, Roxy is
Roxy knows all the
feisty this
books.
morning. Yeah, well, she's a librarian, so she better.
Yes. And then we've got a motivational short essay about things that aren't doing the thing.
Yeah, Roxy is out here roasting us, Mike, for sure. Dang. Well, this is cool. Who else has some wins or struggles? Share. Drop them into the chat. Come say
Is
hi.
this Triv's poetry website? Is this your poetry website over here? I'm convinced that it is.
Maybe. Maybe. Yes. This is his secret. What do they call that when you have like an alias for writing or something? There's a special word for it, and it's like right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, let me think. A pseudonym.
Ghostwriter?
A pseudonym.
Oh yeah.
It's his pseudonym. Yeah. They have read it. Okay. Oh, we got Mike LaRocca here. Good to see him. Happy Friday. My win for the week. I'm a new member of Shashi's Gridiron Survivor Team. Yes. For Docs.
Wait,
I love
I
it.
didn't know you guys have roles on the team.
Yeah.
What is Richard? I thought he's a documentation guy.
I think, did you go back to front? Are you back to functional engineering, or are you doing UI UX, or are you doing like more DevRel stuff, Richard? Because I know you couldn't do all of those. Yeah, pseudonym.
Developer relations engineer.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. I love that. I love that for you. And I think you're going to do great. And Mike is an excellent writer as well. So I feel like that's a perfect fit. And yes, we were doing, Shashi was letting us sort of take the roles that we're looking to get jobs in. So as we broke the team up into the different like departments, essentially, we had the functional engineers, UI UX, we had more like the DevRel stuff, specific doc writing, and then we had the back end engineers as well. But as the team sort of ebbed and flowed size wise, we had to sometimes move laterally or close out one department and just put everybody into another one. That's why I was doing more of the like TPM stuff, because I didn't really see myself sitting in an engineering role at any point. So it's good that, and that's the cool thing about Shashi doing this, is he talks to everybody and sees what you want to do and then tries to make sure that you're getting the experience that you need to do that role. It's really cool.
Very cool. What happens when the Gridiron Survivor website is finished?
I think he's just going to move on to another project. So even right now, like we got an MVP out and they're doing some testing. We've got some test leagues going. And then the next version, as far as like updating what we just released, will then be the next thing. So there's always iterations that could happen. So another team could do another sprint and so on and so forth. I don't know though. I know once it's done, he can sort of hand the keys off to Rudy, who is the person he was building it for, to use. But I think also it could be sold like as a standalone product. Like he could turn it into a SaaS product essentially, and kind of go from there. I don't know. I don't know what his ultimate goal is, but I mean, you could very easily just keep going with other projects. So,
Well, I think the next project should be, a continuation of Richard's magical cat cafe that he's making. I feel like that would be a good one.
we got a good question here. How do you deal with content creation so you always look excited?
Do I look excited? Do I
Yeah.
always look excited? I feel like me and Jason don't look excited all the time.
You know what's interesting is you and I have talked enough that you and I have both seen each other not excited at all.
Yeah, true. So I guess like sometimes when we go out and we're like, whoa, maybe we look excited all the time. Yeah, I mean, that's like what I've been doing the last couple weeks is the whole content creation stuff. I'm not excited about making my own content anymore right now. Like, so I don't know if you care or monitor my own Twitter. Like, there's no new things going on over there really. I'm just like quote tweeting or like responding to things because I just don't have like the energy to expend and go and think of new things for my own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think once you do it as a job, it's like your brain is just focused on that. I'm sure that once I get more used to it, I'll go back and start doing my own stuff as well. But it's just a little bit hard to balance those two things and like also be excited about your personal stuff.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I guess my only advice to that sort of a question is like, just fake it. It's like, it's acting. Really?
The thing, because he said, I don't know she, but Giacomo. Do you know? Wait, Jack?
I mean, I feel like it's the same name on Twitter. It is a he.
Okay.
But I don't want to try to pronounce the name. But yes, the name looks familiar. So
we're gonna go Jack. I think it sounds like a Jack. Yeah. So
I like.
Yeah, he said I'm gonna record a video for a startup I work with because I don't look excited in the previous one. Yeah, I mean I have the same problem. When trying to record a video. Yeah, I mean, basically what you said, Jason. I feel like you just have to fake it and you have to try your best to get excited. I think it's also about like practice, over time.
Sure.
Those bigger YouTubers that you see in their videos and they have like pretty much the same vibe every video, like, but some of those days they might feel really bad and you can't really tell because they're just so used to, pushing out these videos and talking. And I think it's a little bit hard, but you'll get better over time, I think. And maybe if you have a script, it helps a little bit. So you could focus on smiling.
I guess I can kind of give some feedback after working with actors for a long time too. Like, it's your job. Like, if that is your job anyway. You can put a certain amount of energy into a role and then you have to just leave it. I think that's why sometimes, like, I remember very explicitly, I was on a set once and my buddy, he's like shooting this scene. He's the actor in the scene. And he was like doing drugs. It was like a really serious scene. It was a drama. And, I made eye contact with him once. Like, I'm like behind the camera. He fucking flipped out. No lie, like I got fucking screamed at. It was one of the most.
Oh no!
I was so pissed off. But when you're in a role, right? Like when you're shooting this video and you're putting so much effort into, again, faking an emotion or being in what you're doing, like it can be exhausting. And you can't, like, you have to be so focused. So if you can't do the energy, like you've got to contribute all of it to that and just get it done and then shut it off. Like that is hard, but again, you have to fake it. You have to fake it and just be focused. And I would say sometimes you don't have to be energetic. Like, I don't feel like my brand is like energetic. Like you and I both have very different like personalities as far as like how we push stuff. So I'm not personally like a super energetic person, I come off just kind of like low key and like snarky, but like that's my thing. It's not high energy. So I think you kind of have to understand what your goal is. If they're looking for like spunky and fun, then you got to fake it. But if they're just looking for you and your brand, you know, that's
true.
That's it.
I guess it depends what kind of personality you have, because I haven't seen your videos. I don't really know who you are, so it really depends. I think there are some YouTubers that are, you know, more maybe monotone. I've heard people speak in, you know, more chill way, and that works for them. So I think as long as you like enunciate the words clearly and you have well-formed thoughts and you've maybe already written down what you've wanted to say and convey to the audience, then and whatever the message is engaging, and you have like a hook, maybe, I think it will work, even if you're not like, look at my product, it's the best thing ever, you know? So it really depends on you. Maybe you could just try being yourself, unless your boss was like, oh
yeah, don't be yourself. Yeah, don't be yourself. Then don't be yourself. Drop us a link in the chat here so we can check out your channel too, because I'm kind of curious. I mean,
let's judge him.
Give you a feed. Yes, judge. It's hard though. It's super hard. Like, I personally worked behind the camera for years because I was very uncomfortable being in front of camera. Which a lot of people, when you say you worked in film, their minds immediately go to actor, front of camera. No, never. I never wanted to be in front of camera. So it takes a lot, even for somebody that's used to being around camera, to be in front of the camera, and then again, turn it on and do what you have to do. But it's reps, it's repetition and practice and practice. It doesn't sometimes get any easier. I'm pulling up coding gimmick. Let's see what we got.
I mean, I just opened up his data types in JavaScript. I feel like he seems pretty enthusiastic to be there and talk about data types.
Yeah.
Probably more enthusiastic than I would be. So,
Hell
you know, I think you've got the enthusiasm already going.
I will say this, make your font bigger in your videos. I got your prompt engineering for beginners video up, and the font is very that's literally the only feedback I have. This looks good though, man. And I saw your welcome video. I just had that on. You look pretty energetic. You just got to mirror that. Just hit the switch, do the video, and chill back out. Remember, it's like you put that effort out for the job. Just like my buddy was hyper focused. When you break that energy or that momentum, like, that's why he was frustrated. Never make eye contact during a scene. That was the lesson I learned there. But it's the job. It's the job. Like, he was so trained and invested in that role in that moment. Like, he's clearly not a heroin addict. He's clearly like having this moment. So it's like, it's that energy you have to be able to turn on and off, was the moral of that story. I think it's fine though. So
it seems fine. I mean, did someone tell you like, hey, your video sucks or something? Did that happen, or are you just judging your own video?
Roxy put, sounds like a douchebag. Full disclosure, he is, but he's actually a pretty good friend of mine. So he's of the actors that I know, one of the more chill. So
okay, so Jack is actually judging his own video here. It's not somebody that told him.
Dude,
so you know,
that's
it's probably fine.
Yeah.
You know, unless somebody in your company was like, hey, you gotta amp up the energy here. I think you're fine. You know, even at pieces, like, we have some people that are really good in videos and they, you know, speak very eloquently and with a lot of energy. And then we have like some videos where maybe the engineer was forced to do this voiceover or something, and it sounds a little bit like monotone, but it really doesn't matter. Hey, that's not me. I'm not monotone. But I think, you know, you're not on the monotone end of the spectrum here, so you're pretty much safe, I would say.
No. Yeah, I think you're doing good. If you guys are in some Discord, message on Discord or tag me. We have no problem writing something up to give you a bunch of feedback. Yeah, Triv's commenting here. He can definitely give you feedback. He's got some editing experience too and video
Wow.
work. So
Mr. Beast.
yeah, Mike's a good guy. Definitely reach out to him. If you guys aren't connected on Twitter, that's his handle here. The Triven is his handle there too. Yeah, good guy. Yeah, it's this name here, that guy. Nice. Yeah, great conversation happening. Thank you for bringing that up there, Jack. That was a good one. Anybody else? Any other wins? We had several people just chilling in here, and no one was saying anything about their wins or struggles this week. So I definitely want to hear more. What's next week look like for you?
I don't know yet, but the same thing pretty much. But yeah, the next week, I guess I'm gonna be filming some new stuff, so we'll see.
Oh,
yeah. Hopefully,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to go through the Jack struggles of watching myself. So hopefully it's okay. Yeah, because I feel like I don't really know where I land on the enthusiasm spectrum, but I think I'm trying to be like, oh, look at this. I don't know where I land on there exactly. So
it's a balance too, right? Because it's like at some point you hit a threshold where then it sounds fake.
Right.
You've got to find that really happy medium fancy filming coming. That's right, Richard. It is going to be fancy.
Not a fancy film. Not a fancy film.
How has the feedback?
Fancy.
How has the feedback been on the content you've been creating for the channel?
So far, I have good feedback, so I'm feeling better now because everybody seems to be happy. So that's good. Yes.
That is good. That is very good. You are doing a great job. Keep it up.
Yes, we'll do.
Mine is packed. Jack's talking about his week next week. He's got more editing. Starting to train someone on the basics. Okay. Nice.
Oh, teacher Jack over here.
This guy, I know. Super scary, but to be honest, got to do it to become better at communicate. I think that's one saying that, again, I'm just paraphrasing things I've heard, but they're very obvious statements. Like the best way to know something is to be able to teach somebody, right? And if you're able to articulate it enough to educate someone on a subject or content, then it shows your kind of mastery or understanding of it. So that'll be great.
It's funny though that he's saying he never taught anyone before when his whole YouTube channel is like
his education. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it seems like you already have the foundations for it, so you just kind of gotta follow through. You'll be fine. It's actually probably easier to teach one specific person as opposed to trying to make educational content for a broader audience, I would say. So yeah, so that's why you started the YouTube channel, to help newbies understand concepts in a very simple concept. Yeah, no, I think that's a great move. And more people need to do that. Simple education is, making yourself available for people to ask questions, I think, so that they can, if they do have a question about something in the content you have, you can answer it for them, is good. Sorry, hold on. I just had a message come into the Slack. I hate Slack, by the way. Did I say that?
Yeah, Slack is really, you did say that. I don't like Slack either. I don't really like Slack or Discord. At Pieces, we use GChat, which I like, actually. It's totally works for me. I feel like GChat, the interface over there, maybe it wouldn't work for like communities as much, but I feel like it really works for companies. It makes a lot of sense. So.
Nice. I'll have to look into that. I've had such a complicated relationship with Slack because it's just like every single step of the way to even just get it and like get signed in to this specific channel or whatever they call them for work. It was such a pain in the ass. It's like, why
I
is
know.
this so complicated? It's fine now, but still, again, the process could just be a lot better. Dang. Oh, that's why the dog was barking. I had deliveries. All right. So we talked about next week. We got anybody else? Wins and struggles. And then we'll wrap up. We could probably just tie this up with a nice little bow here and be done. What else do we have? I think that was all we were going to talk about.
What are you doing next week?
Work. I've got to get my passport situated because it expired. So I've got to like get it expedited, like rush. Well, I haven't used it for, I think it expired like 2 years ago. So I might have to actually get a new one. And I'll have to get it all expedited, but I'm still kind of waiting for confirmation if I'm going or not. So it's like kind of up in the air. I think I'll get some clarification on that this week. And then put out some content. We've got like a rollout of some stuff that we're going to be putting on socials, and so on and so forth. So just going to be a lot of that. But again, I'll have full time to be able to do it as opposed to like trying to navigate it between two other roles. So yeah, Slack is cringe, and Corp would take MS Teams any day. Yeah, that's true. I just, my experience with it has not been good, so I'm not loving it there, Elder. I have to reach out to you too because I did have some questions per a conversation him and I were having, so I got to follow up on that. I apologize for not getting back to you sooner. All right, well, shit. I guess Ellie, that's pretty much it for me. I think if anybody else, let me drop the repo to the Discord or the GitHub, because we still do need more issues and tickets for Hacktoberfest. I want everybody to get in there and get their cool badge. That are wonderful.
Your Tech Commute Hollow Pin. Can we?
Yes.
Hold on. Let me see. We should share what that looks like. Is it on Hollow Pin already?
Yeah. Oh yeah. If here I can. I'll drop the. No, I'll put the link because I believe. We have like a community page, like an organization page. Yep. So, boom. There we go. So I think if you click that, it'll take you right to the page. And then
I don't see it on there though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's hidden unless you earn it, maybe.
We'll try this. Oh, yeah, because maybe this is just for my account. Oh, hold on. I got to turn it on. There we go. Refresh it.
Ooh. All right, here, everybody. Look at this.
Yeah, it's my bad. I apparently had to enable it.
Look at this, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
JavaScript, HTML, CSS, docs.
I just put tags. It doesn't matter. If you contribute, we will get you one of those. I still have to figure out how. That'll be a question I ask the founder of HoloPin when I talk to her in an hour. So
you want one, Richard? Cool. You have to work for it.
Yeah, which I think you put a ticket in. We have 5 pull requests in here right now. This is looking great. Richard has one. Look at that.
Yeah, I think Richard's already done the work. He deserves it.
Yes, he does. Look at that. We have a couple in here, so this is cool. We'll go through these this weekend. Feel free to add tickets for issues as they grow. I mean, we just put another one in that Ellie's going to close out later, and this is great. So cool. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Go finish your day. All right, guys. We all hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay out of trouble. Remember, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Enjoy your weekends. Bye, Ellie.
Bye.